Hello, and a very warm welcome to another episode of English in Fluency, the place where we journey together, not just to improve our English, but to build better lives. One word, one idea, one day at a time. My name is Alex, and it is truly a pleasure to have you with me today. Thank you for choosing to be here, for pressing play, and allowing my voice to be a part of your day. It doesn't matter where you are or what you are doing right now. Maybe you're on your morning walk with the cool air on your face, or perhaps you are sitting in a comfortable chair at home with a warm cup of tea. Wherever you are, I want you to know that I appreciate your time and your trust. It means the world to me. Here at English in Fluency, our mission has always been beautifully simple. We are here to help you learn and speak English with more confidence, more ease, and more fluency. But we believe that learning a language is not just about words and grammar. It is about connection, growth, and discovering new ways to become a stronger, happier, and more successful version of yourself. That is why every episode is created with a great deal of thought and care. We use simple English, words that are easy to understand, and we explore ideas that can bring real, positive change to your life. You are not just a passive listener here. You are an active participant in your own journey of growth. Today, we are going to explore a topic that is very close to my heart. It is an idea so powerful that it has the potential to completely change your experience of daily life. It can influence your energy levels from the moment you wake up, shape your mood for the entire day, and over time, it can genuinely reshape your future. The idea is this: win the morning, win the day. Let's just let that sink in for a moment. Win the morning, win the day. It sounds so simple, yet it holds a universe of possibility. In this episode, we are going to dive deep into this powerful concept. We will explore what it truly means to win your morning. We will understand why those first few hours are the most important part of your entire day. And most importantly, I will guide you through simple, practical, and actionable steps that you can take to begin your own days with a sense of strength, purpose, and wonderful clarity. So, what does it really mean to win the morning? Let me assure you, it has nothing to do with waking up and immediately feeling like a superhero, or competing in some kind of race against the clock. It is not about pressure or stress. In fact, it is the exact opposite. Winning the morning is a gentle art. It is the practice of starting your day in a calm, intentional, and positive way. It means choosing to do a few small, simple things in the early hours that nourish your mind, energize your body, and soothe your soul. When you win your morning, you are making a conscious decision. You are telling yourself and the universe that you are in control. You are the driver of your own life, not just a passenger being taken for a ride. And when you establish that sense of control and peace at the very beginning, the rest of the day tends to follow suit. It becomes smoother, more focused, and far more enjoyable. Think back for a moment. I am sure you can remember a day when everything just seemed to flow perfectly. A day where you felt on top of the world. What was the morning of that day like? Chances are, it started well. Perhaps you woke up naturally, without the shock of a loud alarm. Maybe you had a moment to stretch, to look out the window, and to enjoy a peaceful breakfast. Maybe you listened to your favorite song or read a few pages of an inspiring book. The whole day that followed probably felt lighter, didn't it? You likely felt more productive, more creative, and more patient with the world around you. That, my friend, is the magic of winning the morning. When your day begins with a sense of calm and control, your mind feels prepared. It feels clear and ready for whatever comes next. You carry that quiet confidence and positive energy with you, like a shield, throughout the day. And here is the most beautiful part of this whole idea. You do not need to make massive, drastic changes to your life to experience this. You do not need to suddenly start waking up at 4 in the morning or follow a complicated 2-hour routine. Winning the morning is built on small, gentle habits. It is about the little things, like drinking a glass of water before your coffee, taking 5 deep breaths before you get out of bed, or spending just 2 minutes writing down one thing you want to achieve today. These are tiny steps, but their cumulative effect is enormous. They are small hinges that swing open big doors. In this episode, I will be your guide. I will share these simple habits with you, step by step, in detail. You will learn exactly how to use your mornings to build a foundation for a great day, every single day. So please, get comfortable, open your mind, and get ready. This is more than just an English lesson. It is a life lesson, delivered in clear, simple English so that you can listen, understand, practice, and grow. Together, we will discover the art of starting our days in a better way. Because it is a profound truth. When you learn to win the morning, you truly learn to win the day. Let us begin this beautiful journey together. So, let's explore this idea more deeply. What does it truly mean, in a practical sense, to win the morning? You might be thinking to yourself, Alex, this sounds nice, but what does it look like in real life? This is an excellent and important question, and the answer is refreshingly simple. To win the morning means you are the one who decides how your day starts. It means that for the first hour or two after you open your eyes, you take gentle but firm control of your time, your attention, your energy, and your thoughts. You do not let the demands of the world, the notifications on your phone, or the feeling of being rushed dictate your state of being. You set the tone. You are the composer of your day's symphony. And the morning is the opening melody. When you win the morning, you are performing a series of small, conscious actions that are designed to make you feel good, to help you think clearly, and to prepare you for the day ahead. Let me paint a picture for you. Imagine a typical morning for someone who is not yet practicing this art. Let's call him Leo. Leo's alarm goes off at 7:30. He hits the snooze button once, twice, 3 times. Finally, he rolls out of bed at 8 o'clock, already feeling late. The first thing he does is grab his phone. He scrolls through social media, sees pictures of his friends on vacation, reads a few stressful news headlines, and checks his work emails. His heart starts beating a little faster. He feels a sense of anxiety. He quickly brushes his teeth, skips breakfast because he has no time, grabs a cup of coffee, and rushes out the door, already feeling behind, already feeling like he is reacting to the day. His morning did not belong to him. It belonged to his phone, to his work, and to a feeling of panic. Now, let's imagine a different morning. Let's imagine a morning for someone who is learning to win her day. Let's call her Maya. Maya sets her alarm for 7 o'clock, and when it goes off, she turns it off and takes a moment. She doesn't jump out of bed. Instead, she lies there for 1 minute and takes 3 long, deep breaths. Inhale and exhale. She then stretches her arms above her head and her legs down to the end of the bed, feeling her body gently wake up. She gets up and walks to the kitchen, not to her phone. She pours herself a large glass of water and drinks it slowly, feeling it hydrate her body. Then, she sits by the window for just 5 minutes. She doesn't think about her to-do list. She just looks at the sky, notices the color of the leaves on the trees, and thinks of one thing she is grateful for. Today, she is grateful for the comfortable bed she slept in. After that, she opens a small notebook and writes down the single most important thing she wants to accomplish today. Just one thing. Finally, she prepares a simple breakfast, like a piece of fruit and some yogurt. She eats it slowly, without looking at a screen. When she leaves for her day, she feels calm, centered, and prepared. She won her morning. Do you see the difference? Maya's morning wasn't about doing more. It was about doing things with more intention, more peace, and more care. It was not about grand gestures. It was about small acts of self-respect. That is the essence of winning the morning. So why is this first part of the day so incredibly important? Why do we place so much emphasis on it? Think about building a house. What is the most important part? It is the foundation. If the foundation is strong, stable, and well built, the rest of the house can stand tall and withstand storms. But if the foundation is weak, crooked, or rushed, the entire structure is at risk. Your morning is the foundation for your entire day. The way you begin sets the trajectory for everything that follows. If you start your day feeling rushed, stressed, anxious, or disorganized, it is incredibly difficult to shift that momentum. That feeling of being behind, of being reactive, tends to linger, coloring every interaction, every task, and every decision you make throughout the day. It is like trying to run a race after you have already tripped at the starting line. You spend the rest of the race just trying to catch up, instead of running with strength and focus. But if you begin your day with a sense of purpose, a feeling of calm, and a reserve of positive energy, that momentum also carries forward. That feeling of being in control, of being centered, acts as your anchor throughout the day. Let me share a simple example from the life of a student. Imagine a young woman named Chloe, who has a very important exam in the afternoon. On the morning of the exam, she oversleeps. She wakes up in a panic, realizes she only has 30 minutes to get ready and get to school. She can't find her lucky pen. She spills coffee on her shirt, and she forgets her notes on the kitchen table. As she runs to the bus stop, her mind is racing with negative thoughts. I'm going to fail. I'm so stupid. Everything is going wrong. How do you think she will perform on that exam? Even if she knows the material perfectly, her mind is in a state of chaos. Her ability to think clearly and recall information is severely compromised by the stress of her morning. Now, let's imagine she had a different morning. Imagine she woke up an hour earlier. She took a few minutes to breathe deeply, She enjoyed a healthy breakfast while looking over her keynotes one last time, calmly. She made sure her bag was packed the night before. She walked to the bus stop feeling prepared, centered, and even a little confident. She might still feel nervous about the exam. That's normal. But she is facing that nervousness from a position of strength, not from a position of chaos. She won her morning, and by doing so, she gave herself the best possible chance to win her afternoon exam. She built a strong foundation. Winning the morning is also critically important for your mindset. Your mindset is the collection of attitudes and beliefs that shape how you see the world and yourself. It is the lens through which you experience reality. If the very first thing you do when you wake up is check your phone and immerse yourself in a flood of bad news, political arguments, or the perfectly curated lives of others on social media, you are setting your mindset to negative or comparison mode from the very beginning. Your mind starts the day feeling anxious, inadequate, or angry. But what if you chose a different first input? What if the first thing your mind experienced was the feeling of a deep breath, the silent expression of gratitude for a new day, or the simple act of smiling at your own reflection in the mirror? You are starting your day from a place of peace, sufficiency, and self-kindness. Your mindset becomes stronger, more resilient, and more positive. It is very important to understand this one point. Winning the morning does not magically guarantee that your entire day will be perfect. Life is unpredictable. Challenges will arise. Unexpected problems will occur. Things will not always go according to your plan. That is a normal part of the human experience. However, when you have won your morning, you are fundamentally better equipped to handle those challenges. You face problems from a place of calm and clarity, not from a place of stress and reaction. You have a deeper well of patience and resilience to draw from. You are more likely to respond thoughtfully to a difficult situation, rather than just reacting emotionally. That is the true power and the lasting difference that a good morning makes. Furthermore, winning the morning is not a one-size-fits-all formula. Your perfect morning might look very different from my perfect morning, or from Maya's perfect morning. Some people find immense energy and clarity from a vigorous morning workout. Others, like myself, find it in the quiet stillness of meditation or journaling. Some people love to read, others love to listen to music, and some just want to sit with a cup of tea and watch the world wake up. There is no single right way to do it. The most important thing is to find what works for you. The goal is to consciously choose activities that fill you with a sense of energy, focus, and peace. The best morning routine is the one you can stick with, and the one that leaves you feeling good, clear-headed, and ready for the day ahead. So, as we continue, I want you to keep this in mind. Your morning is like the soft clay at the beginning of the day. You can let the world press its chaotic fingerprints all over it. Or you can be the artist who gently shapes it into a beautiful and intentional form. If you truly want to improve your English, to learn more effectively, to grow as a person, and to feel genuinely better each day, the change begins with your morning. It is the very first, and perhaps the most powerful, step you can take to win your whole day. Let's move forward now and uncover exactly why this time of day holds so much power, and how it can profoundly shape the way we live, work, and grow, one morning at a time. Now that we have a clearer understanding of what it means to win the morning, let's dive into the why. Why is the morning so uniquely powerful? Why do countless successful people, from artists to athletes to business leaders, speak so passionately about the importance of their morning routines? Why do so many books and talks emphasize that the first hour of your day can change your entire life? The answer lies in the unique conditions of the morning. It is a very special, almost magical, time of day. It is the dawn of everything new. The world outside is often quiet. The air feels fresh. Your own mind and body are in a state of renewal. After a night of sleep, our bodies and brains have had a chance to rest, repair, and recharge. We are not yet bogged down by the decisions, stresses, and fatigue of the day. There is a sense of spaciousness in our minds and a potential for calm in our hearts. This unique state makes the morning the absolute best time to think clearly, to plan with intention, and to set a positive course for your day. One of the biggest scientific reasons for the power of the morning relates to our brain's energy and willpower. Think of your willpower, your ability to make good decisions and resist temptations, like a muscle. When you wake up, that muscle is fresh and strong. As you go through the day, making hundreds of small decisions, dealing with problems, and resisting distractions, that muscle gets tired. This is a real phenomenon called decision fatigue. By the end of the day, your willpower is depleted, which is why it's much harder to choose a healthy salad over a pizza for dinner, or to study English instead of watching television. In the morning, however, your willpower is at its peak. Your brain's prefrontal cortex, the part responsible for planning, self-control, and rational thinking, is fully rested and operational. This means you have more mental energy to tackle challenging tasks, to learn new things, like a new language, and to make wise choices for yourself. This is why so many writers do their most creative work in the morning, and why many students find it easier to study for difficult subjects before the day gets busy. They are capitalizing on their brain's peak performance window. Another huge advantage of the morning is the profound lack of distractions. Think about your life after 9 or 10 in the morning. Your phone is buzzing with messages, your email inbox is filling up, your colleagues or family members need your attention. The world is on, and it is loud. It is very difficult to find a moment of pure, uninterrupted focus. But in the early morning, before the rest of the world has fully woken up, there is a beautiful bubble of silence. This quiet time is an incredible gift. It's a space where you can be alone with your own thoughts, without the constant input and demands of others. It is in this precious stillness that you can truly connect with yourself. You have the time to reflect on your deeper goals, your dreams, and what truly matters to you. You have the space to make a clear plan for your day, to feel a sense of calm and centeredness before the inevitable noise begins. This quiet time is a resource that many people neglect, but it is one of the most valuable resources you have for personal growth and well-being. You can choose to use this gift. Let me share some more detailed examples to bring this to life. Consider a freelance artist. Let's call him David. David's most important work is his creative work, his painting. He used to wake up late, check his emails, and then try to paint in the afternoon. But by then, he had already dealt with client requests, paid some bills online, and his mind was cluttered. His creative energy was low. Then, he decided to change his routine. He started waking up just 1 hour earlier. He would make a cup of tea, sit in his studio, and paint for 60 minutes before he even looked at his phone or computer. In that 1 hour of pure, uninterrupted focus, he created more and better work than he used to in 3 or 4 hours in the afternoon. He was using his brain's freshest energy and the morning's quiet to do his most important work first. He won his morning, and as a result, his art career began to flourish. Or think about a busy parent. A mother named Sarah with 2 young children. Her days are filled with noise, activity, and caring for others. She felt like she had no time for herself. She was starting to feel lost and exhausted. She decided to try waking up just 20 minutes before her children. She used those 20 minutes to sit in a quiet room, stretch, and write in a journal. She would write down her feelings, her worries, and her hopes. This small act of self-care completely changed her experience of motherhood. She started her day feeling grounded and connected to herself, which made her a more patient and present mother for her children. Those 20 minutes were not selfish. They were essential. They were her way of winning the morning. So she had the strength to win the day of a busy mom. The morning is also the perfect time for habit formation. Building a new positive habit, whether it's exercising, meditating, or studying English, requires consistency. It is much easier to be consistent when you anchor the new habit to a specific time each day. The morning is the ideal time because your schedule is generally clear. Nothing else has had a chance to pop up and derail your plans. If you decide to study English for 20 minutes every morning at 7 a.m., you are much more likely to stick with it than if you say, "I'll study for 20 minutes sometime in the evening." The evening is unpredictable. You might be tired, friends might call, or something urgent might come up. But the morning, your morning, can be your protected time for the habits that matter most to you. There is another subtle but powerful psychological benefit. When you start your day with positive, proactive actions, you generate a feeling of accomplishment. Even incredibly small wins, like making your bed, doing 5 minutes of stretching, or writing down your goals, send a signal to your brain. The signal says, "I am capable. I am in control. I am keeping promises to myself." This creates a positive feedback loop. This feeling of small success gives you a boost of confidence and motivation that you carry with you into your next task. It builds momentum. On the contrary, if you start your day by breaking a promise to yourself, like hitting the snooze button and waking up late, you start the day with a small feeling of failure. This can subtly erode your confidence and make it harder to feel motivated later on. So you see, the morning is far more than just the time between waking up and starting work. It is the foundation of your day. It is the time when your brain is at its sharpest, your willpower is at its strongest, and the world is at its quietest. When you build a strong foundation in the morning, everything you build on top of it, your work, your relationships, your learning, becomes more stable and successful. Again, this does not mean every day will be without problems, but it does mean that you will be a stronger, more focused, and more resilient version of yourself, ready to face whatever the day brings. This is why so many successful people protect their mornings so fiercely. They do not just wake up early by accident. They wake up with purpose. They use the quiet and the clarity of the morning to invest in themselves, to learn, to grow, and to prepare. And the wonderful news is, you can do the same. You do not need to be a CEO or a famous artist. You just need to value yourself enough to care about how your day begins. When we observe the lives of people who are highly effective and fulfilled, we often find they share a common thread. They are intentional about their mornings. They don't leave the start of their day to chance, but what do they actually do? It is often a collection of very simple, grounded habits. These are not complicated rituals that require special equipment or a lot of time. They are small, consistent actions that help them feel strong, focused, and prepared for the day's challenges and opportunities. The best part is that these habits are accessible to everyone, including you. You can start today with just one small change. One of the most common habits among successful individuals is waking up consistently at an early hour. People like former U.S. Navy SEAL Jocko Willink are famous for waking up before the sun rises, often around 4:30 a.m. Now, why would they do this? It's not about punishing themselves. It is about gifting themselves with a period of uninterrupted quiet. The early morning hours are a sanctuary. The world is asleep. The digital noise is silent, and the demands of the day have not yet begun. This provides a golden opportunity for clear thinking, strategic planning, and mental preparation. Waking up early doesn't mean you have to join the 4 a.m. club tomorrow. That can be intimidating. The key is to start small. Simply try waking up 15 or 30 minutes earlier than your usual time. This small buffer can transform your morning from a frantic rush into a peaceful ritual. This one small change gives you back control. It allows you to start your day on your own terms. Another incredibly simple yet profound habit is immediate hydration. Think about it. You've just gone 6, 7, or 8 hours without any water. Your body and your brain are dehydrated. Many successful people, before they even think about coffee or tea, drink a large glass of water. It is a way of saying good morning to your internal systems. Water rehydrates your body, kickstarts your metabolism, and helps to flush out toxins. More importantly, it provides your brain with the hydration it needs to function optimally. A dehydrated brain is a foggy, slow brain. A hydrated brain is a sharp, clear brain. This is perhaps the easiest habit to adopt. Just place a glass of water by your bed before you go to sleep. Make it the very first thing you reach for when you wake up. It is a simple act of self-care that pays huge dividends in energy and mental clarity throughout the day. Movement or physical exercise is another cornerstone habit. This doesn't necessarily mean a grueling 1-hour workout at the gym. For many successful people, it's just about getting the body moving to shake off the stiffness of sleep. It could be a brisk 15-minute walk outside, like Twitter founder Jack Dorsey does. It could be a session of yoga or simple stretching in the living room. Or it could be a few sets of basic bodyweight exercises like push-ups and squats. The purpose of this morning movement is twofold. First, it increases blood flow to your brain and muscles, which wakes you up and boosts your energy levels far more effectively than caffeine. Second, exercise releases endorphins, which are natural mood-boosting chemicals. Starting your day with a light sweat can dramatically improve your outlook and reduce feelings of stress or anxiety. Even just 5 to 10 minutes of intentional movement can completely shift your physical and mental state for the better. A habit that is central to many high achievers is planning the day. They don't just wander into their day and see what happens. They take a few minutes in the quiet of the morning to be the architect of their day. This could involve journaling, as many writers and creatives do, or simply making a to-do list. The key is to identify the most important tasks, the big rocks. They ask themselves, if I could only get 1 or 2 things done today, what would they be? By defining their priorities when their mind is clear, they ensure they are spending their energy on what truly matters, not just on what is urgent or noisy. You can start this habit with a simple piece of paper. Write down the top 3 things you want to accomplish today. This simple act of planning brings immense clarity and focus. It prevents you from getting to the end of the day and wondering where all the time went. It gives you a roadmap and a sense of control. It is absolutely crucial to understand that these successful people are not robots. They do not execute their morning routines perfectly every single day. They have days when they feel tired, when they oversleep, or when they miss a step. The key to their success is not perfection. It is consistency over time. They don't let one bad morning derail their entire week. They simply get back on track the next day. The goal is progress, not perfection. If you decide to wake up 15 minutes earlier and you only manage to do it 3 days a week at first, that is a huge victory. That is 3 more peaceful mornings than you had before. If you remember to drink water some mornings but forget on others, you are still benefiting your body. The aim is to build these practices into your life gradually, to make them feel natural rather than forced. You can begin by adopting just one of these habits. For the next week, commit to only one thing. Maybe it's the glass of water. Maybe it's the 5 minutes of stretching. Once that single habit starts to feel automatic, you can then introduce another one. This step-by-step approach is far more sustainable than trying to change everything at once. Remember, these habits are not reserved for the rich and famous. They are universal tools for anyone who wants to improve their life, feel better, and achieve their goals. You don't need expensive equipment or a personal trainer. You just need a little bit of intention and the willingness to invest in yourself. By beginning to incorporate these habits into your morning, you are preparing yourself for a more successful day. You are boosting your mood, your energy, and your focus. You are building self-confidence because you are proving to yourself that you can take control of your life. And as a bonus for us here at English in Fluency, these habits create the ideal mental state for learning. When your brain is hydrated, energized, and focused, your ability to listen, comprehend, and speak English improves dramatically. So please, don't wait for a perfect time to start. The perfect time is now. Start small. Try one thing tomorrow morning. That one small step is the beginning of winning your morning. And ultimately, winning your day. In the next part, we'll get very practical. I will walk you through a simple, step-by-step routine that you can adapt and use to create your very own powerful morning. Now that we have established the deep importance of the morning, let's get down to the practical details. Let's talk about the how. How can you, starting tomorrow, begin to win your morning? What are the specific actions you can take, step by step, to build a routine that fills you with strength, positivity, and focus? The most wonderful thing about this is its simplicity. You do not need to be perfect from day one. You just need to be willing to try a few small things consistently. These steps are easy to follow, and you can adapt them to fit your life, your schedule, and your personality. Even if you believe you are the busiest person in the world, you can still carve out just 10 or 15 minutes for this powerful practice. Let's walk through a simple, foundational morning routine together, step by step. You can think of this as a menu of options. You can start with one or two, and add more as you get comfortable. The very first step, the one that makes all the others possible, is to wake up a little earlier. I want to be very clear here. This does not mean you need to force yourself to wake up at a painfully early hour. This is not about sleep deprivation. It is simply about giving yourself the gift of time. If you normally wake up at 7:15, try setting your alarm for 7 o'clock. If you wake up at 8, try for 7:45. That extra 15 or 30 minutes is your golden time. It is time that belongs to you and you alone, before the demands of the day begin. Waking up just a little bit earlier prevents that feeling of being rushed. When you are not rushing, you are not stressing. You can move slowly, think clearly, and act intentionally. That feeling of calm and control is the first reward, and it's a beautiful way to begin your day. So, the first challenge is to find that small pocket of extra time for yourself. The second step, immediately upon waking, is hydration. We have touched on this, but it is so important it deserves to be a core step. After hours of sleep, your body is naturally dehydrated. Your brain, which is about 75% water, needs hydration to function properly. Before you even think about coffee, tea, or breakfast, drink a glass of water. Some people prefer it warm with a squeeze of lemon. Others prefer it cool and fresh. The temperature does not matter as much as the act itself. As you drink the water, be mindful. Feel it entering your body. Feel it waking you up from the inside out. This simple act tells your body, the day has begun, and we are getting ready. It is a foundational habit for both physical health and mental clarity. It's an easy win to start your day. Next, step 3 is to move your body. Again, this does not have to be an intense workout. The goal is simply to transition your body from a state of rest to a state of gentle wakefulness. You can do this without even leaving your bedroom. While still in bed or standing next to it, gently stretch your body. Reach your arms high up to the ceiling. Then try to touch your toes. Roll your neck and shoulders slowly. Twist your torso from side to side. The goal is to release tension and get your blood flowing. If you have a bit more time, a 5-minute walk around your house, or even just marching in place, can work wonders. This movement sends a rush of oxygen to your brain, which helps to clear away any mental fog or grogginess. As you move, you can add an English practice element. Say some simple phrases out loud. As you stretch your arms up, you could say, I am reaching for a great day. As you touch your toes, you could say, I am grounded and ready. These affirmations combined with movement are incredibly powerful. After you have moved your body a little, take a moment for step 4, which is to practice gratitude. Gratitude is the simple act of being thankful, of noticing the good things in your life. This is a practice that can rewire your brain for happiness. You can do this in just 1 or 2 minutes. Sit down in a quiet spot. Close your eyes if you like, and think of 3 specific things you are thankful for. They don't have to be big things. In fact, the smaller and more specific, the better. For example, I am thankful for the taste of my morning tea. Or, I am thankful for the sound of birds singing outside my window. Or, I am thankful for my friend who sent me a kind message yesterday. When you intentionally focus on what is good, you shift your perspective. Your heart feels lighter, your mood lifts, and you start your day from a place of abundance, not a place of lack. This is a powerful antidote to the stress and negativity that can so easily creep into our days. Now, with a clear mind, it is time for step 5, which is to create a simple plan for your day. This is an incredibly grounding habit. You don't need a complex planner or a digital app. A simple piece of paper or a small notebook is perfect. On this paper, write down the 3 most important things you want to accomplish today. Just 3. This forces you to prioritize. For example, your list might be 1. Finish my English homework. 2. Go for a walk during my lunch break. 3. Cook a healthy dinner. When you write your plan down, it moves from a vague idea in your head to a concrete intention. Your mind becomes clear and organized. You know what to focus on. You can even write an encouraging sentence for yourself at the top of the page. Something like, I will make today a good day. Or, I can handle whatever comes my way. These words of encouragement provide you with strength and confidence. One of the most important parts of this routine is actually about what you don't do. So, step 6 is to consciously avoid your phone for the first part of your morning. So many of us have the habit of rolling over, grabbing our phone, and immediately diving into the digital world. We check emails, scroll through news feeds, and look at social media before our feet have even touched the floor. This is not a good way to start the day. It floods your rested brain with other people's priorities, other people's dramas, and a lot of noise and potential stress. It hijacks your attention before you've even had a chance to connect with yourself. I challenge you to try this. Wait at least 20 or 30 minutes after waking up before you look at your phone. Use that precious, quiet time for your routine, for your mind, your body, and your own goals. Protect your peace. And finally, step 7 of this foundational routine is to nourish your body with a healthy breakfast. Your body is like a car. It needs fuel to run. After a long night without food, your energy reserves are low. Eating a light but nutritious breakfast gives your brain and body the fuel they need to think clearly and perform well. Try to eat something with protein and healthy fats, like eggs, yogurt, nuts, or oats. Try to avoid breakfasts that are high in sugar, like sugary cereals or pastries, as they can cause an energy crash later in the morning. Eating a good breakfast helps to stabilize your blood sugar, which improves your mood and focus. And try to eat it mindfully, away from screens. Just enjoy the taste and texture of your food. Let's do a quick recap of these simple steps. 1. Wake up a little earlier. 2. Drink a glass of water. 3. Move your body with some light stretching. 4. Practice gratitude by thinking of 3 good things. 5. Write down your top 3 goals or plans for the day. 6. Stay away from your phone for the first few minutes. And 7. Enjoy a healthy breakfast. These are simple, individual steps, but when you combine them, they create a powerful synergy. They build a strong, positive start to your day. Please, do not feel pressured to do all 7 of these things tomorrow. That can be overwhelming. Just pick 1 or 2 that feel easiest or most appealing to you. Maybe you start with just drinking water and 5 minutes of stretching. That is a perfect start. The key is to begin. The goal is to start your day with intention, not on autopilot. You are making time for yourself, for your well-being, for your mind. That is how you win the morning. Many people say, "I don't have time." But the truth is, we can make time for what we value. Waking up just 15 minutes earlier can create enough space for this life-changing practice. And as these habits become a natural part of your life, you will find that your mornings feel easier, calmer, and more empowering than you ever thought possible. So, tomorrow, I invite you to try it. Don't wait for the right time. Just begin. Use your morning to grow, to learn, and to become a better you. One small, intentional step at a time. You will absolutely feel the difference, not just in your English skills, but in the quality of your entire day. In the next section, we'll discuss some common roadblocks, the mistakes people often make in the morning, and how you can gracefully avoid them, even with the best of intentions, as we try to build a better morning routine. It is easy to fall into small traps or make common mistakes without even realizing it. These mistakes might seem insignificant on their own, but they can subtly sabotage our efforts, draining our energy and focus before the day has truly begun. If we are not mindful, our mornings can quickly revert to being a time of stress, confusion, and unhelpful habits. The wonderful news is that once we become aware of these common mistakes, we can consciously choose to avoid them and replace them with better alternatives. Awareness is the first step toward change. One of the most universal and damaging mistakes is hitting the snooze button. We have all been there. The alarm goes off, and our first instinct is to reach out and press that magical button that gives us 9 more minutes of sleep. But that 9 minutes is not restful sleep. It is fragmented, low-quality sleep. And when the alarm goes off again, it is an even greater shock to our system. Hitting the snooze button repeatedly trains our brain to ignore our intention to wake up. It starts our day with an act of procrastination, a small broken promise to ourselves. This can lead to a feeling of grogginess called sleep inertia, which can last for hours. Instead of feeling rested, you end up feeling more tired and mentally foggy. The solution? It's a practice called the rocket launch. The moment your alarm goes off, you count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you physically sit up or put your feet on the floor. It is difficult at first, but it's a powerful way to honor your decision to wake up. Another great tip is to place your alarm clock or phone across the room, so you are forced to physically get out of bed to turn it off. This small change makes it much harder to fall back into the snooze trap. Another major mistake, which we've touched on but is worth repeating in detail, is grabbing your phone as the very first action of your day. For many of us, Our phone has become our alarm clock, our newspaper, our connection to the world. So it feels natural to look at it first. But this habit is incredibly detrimental to a peaceful morning. When you immediately dive into your phone, you are inviting a flood of external stimuli into your freshly rested brain. You are starting your day in reaction mode. You are reacting to other people's emails, other people's social media posts, other people's news, and other people's emergencies. Your brain immediately switches from a calm, creative state, known as the alpha state, to a more alert, stressed state, the beta state. This takes away your personal power, your focus, and your internal peace. A much better choice, a truly life-changing one, is to create a no-phone buffer zone for at least the first 20 to 30 minutes of your day. Let the first inputs your brain receives be your own, your breath, your gratitude, your plan for the day. This protects your mental energy and allows you to start the day proactively, not reactively. The next common mistake is skipping breakfast. In our rush to get out the door, it is easy to think, "I'll just grab a coffee. I don't have time to eat." But skipping breakfast is like asking your car to start a long journey with an empty fuel tank. After a long night's fast, your body's glycogen stores are low. Your brain, which consumes a huge amount of energy, needs glucose to function effectively. If you don't provide it with fuel, you are setting yourself up for low energy, poor concentration, and even mood swings later in the morning. You might feel weak, irritable, or get a headache. Eating a balanced breakfast helps to stabilize your blood sugar levels, providing a steady stream of energy. This is especially critical for students who need to focus in class, or for professionals who need to think clearly and solve problems. You don't need to cook a large, complicated meal. A banana and a handful of nuts, a bowl of oatmeal, a hard-boiled egg, or a yogurt with some berries are all excellent. Quick options. The key is to choose something that gives you sustained energy, and to make it a non-negotiable part of your morning. Another mistake that many people make is starting the day with no plan or intention. They wake up and drift from one activity to the next without a clear sense of purpose. They might brush their teeth, get dressed, and head out. But they haven't taken a single moment to ask themselves, "What is my intention for today?" Or, "What is the most important thing I need to achieve?" Without a plan, it is very easy for the day to feel chaotic and unproductive. You might find yourself busy all day, but at the end of it, you feel like you haven't accomplished anything meaningful. You get caught up in other people's agendas and lose sight of your own. But when you take just 2 or 3 minutes in the morning to write down your top priorities, you take back control of your time and your focus. You create a mental map for your day. This helps you to say no to distractions and yes to what truly matters. It feels incredibly empowering to look at your list at the end of the day and see that you have accomplished what you set out to do. So, don't skip this simple but powerful step. Even 1 minute of planning can provide a full day of clarity. There are other, more subtle mistakes too, like not letting in natural light. Sunlight helps to regulate our body's internal clock, our circadian rhythm. Opening the curtains or stepping outside for a moment after waking up signals to your brain that it is daytime, which helps you feel more awake and alert. Another mistake is starting the day with negative self-talk. As soon as you wake up, you might think, "Ugh, another day. I'm so tired." These thoughts set a negative tone for everything that follows. Instead, try to catch these thoughts and replace them with a more neutral or positive one, like, "Okay, a new day has begun," or "I will do my best today." These small shifts in language can have a big impact on your mood. Let's quickly review these common pitfalls. Hitting the snooze button starts your day with procrastination. So try to get up on the first alarm. Using your phone immediately floods your brain with distractions. So create a phone-free buffer zone. Skipping breakfast deprives your brain of fuel. So eat something healthy and light. And having no plan can lead to a chaotic day. So take a few minutes to write down your goals. Becoming aware of these mistakes is the first and most important step. Start by just noticing your own morning habits without judgment. Ask yourself, is this action serving me? Is it helping me feel the way I want to feel? Then, slowly and gently, begin to make better choices. You don't have to overhaul your entire morning overnight. Just start with one thing. Maybe this week, your only goal is to not hit the snooze button. That's a huge win. When that feels easier, you can work on another habit. Remember, your morning is your sacred time. You are the guardian of its peace. Don't let these common, unhelpful habits steal your energy and focus. Instead, choose the small, smart actions that help you feel strong, centered, and ready for a great day. In the final part of our episode, we'll explore the wonderful benefits that blossom in your life when you consistently win your morning. Now that we understand the how of winning the morning and the common mistakes to avoid, let's talk about the beautiful results. Let's explore the benefits, the good things that begin to unfold in your life when you make a consistent effort to start your day the right way. You might be asking yourself, if I really do this, if I wake up a little earlier, drink that water, stretch, and plan my day, what will truly change for me? The answer is, almost everything can change. These small, consistent morning habits are like seeds. When you plant and water them every day, they grow into a beautiful garden of benefits that can transform your entire life. Let's look at some of the most significant and wonderful benefits of winning the morning. One of the very first and most noticeable benefits is a significantly better mood. When your day begins with a sense of calm, peace, and purpose, instead of chaos and stress, your emotional state for the entire day is elevated. You will find that you smile more easily. You speak with more kindness and patience to the people around you. You feel a general sense of lightness and optimism. Think about the profound difference between starting your day with 5 minutes of quiet gratitude versus starting it by reading stressful news on your phone. The feeling of peace and positivity that comes from a gentle start stays with you. It becomes your emotional foundation for the day. You become less reactive to small irritations, like traffic jams or a rude comment. You have a deeper well of calm to draw from. So, when you win your morning, you are actively protecting your happiness and creating a more positive emotional reality for yourself. Another huge benefit is a dramatic increase in your energy levels. Your morning habits are a way of fueling your body and mind for the day ahead. When you hydrate your body with water first thing, you are waking up your cells and systems. When you nourish yourself with a healthy breakfast, You are providing your brain with the glucose it needs to function at its best. When you move your body, even for just a few minutes, you are increasing circulation and sending oxygen-rich blood to your brain. All of these small actions work together to make you feel more alive, more vibrant, and more alert. You'll find you don't feel that mid-morning slump at 10 a.m. You won't need to rely on multiple cups of coffee just to feel awake. You will have a sustained, natural energy that carries you through the day. Many people are constantly searching for ways to have more energy. The secret often lies not in what you do in the afternoon, but in the simple, energizing habits you practice in the first hour of your day. You will also gain a wonderful sense of clear focus. When your morning routine includes time for quiet reflection, journaling, or planning your day, your mind becomes incredibly sharp and organized. You clear out the mental clutter before it has a chance to build up. You are not starting your day with 100 different thoughts, pulling you in 100 different directions. You know what your priorities are. You know what you need to focus on. This makes your brain work much more efficiently. It is like tidying your desk before you start your work. A clean space allows for clear thinking. In the same way, a clear mind allows for deep focus. You will be able to concentrate on your tasks for longer periods. You will find it easier to learn new information, like English vocabulary or grammar rules, and you will make better, more thoughtful decisions throughout the day. This enhanced focus is a superpower in today's world of constant distraction, and it's a direct result of a well-managed morning. A powerful consequence of this improved focus is increased productivity. Productivity simply means getting more meaningful work done in less time. When your morning starts on a strong note, the rest of your day becomes much easier to manage. You waste less time wondering what you should do next, because you have already created a plan. You are less likely to get sidetracked by unimportant tasks or digital distractions because you have a clear sense of your main objectives. Many of the world's most successful and productive people report that they accomplish their most important, most challenging work before lunchtime. Why? Because that is when their mind is freshest, their energy is highest, and their plan is guiding them. When you start your day with a sense of accomplishment, it creates a positive momentum that you carry forward. This helps you to achieve more, learn more, and move closer to your goals at a faster pace. And finally, perhaps the most beautiful and life-altering benefit of all is a deep and lasting sense of self-confidence. When you consistently take control of your morning, when you keep the small promises you make to yourself, you begin to feel incredibly proud. Every time you get up without hitting snooze, every time you choose water over your phone, every time you complete your small routine, you are sending a powerful message to your subconscious mind. The message is, I am a person who does what they say they will do. I am disciplined. I am capable. I respect myself. These small daily wins accumulate. They build a strong inner foundation of self-trust and self-respect. This confidence will spill over into every other area of your life. It will help you to speak up in meetings, to try new things, and to believe in your ability to achieve your dreams. And for our purposes here, this confidence is absolutely essential for learning and speaking English. the more confident you feel in yourself, the more willing you will be to practice speaking, to make mistakes, and to grow. By winning your morning, you are directly building the confidence you need to become a fluent English speaker. Let's imagine two colleagues. Let's call them Mark and Jessica. Mark consistently wakes up late, rushes through his morning, and arrives at work feeling stressed and disorganized. Throughout the day, he struggles to focus, feels overwhelmed by his tasks, and often leaves work feeling drained and unproductive. Now, let's look at Jessica. She wakes up just 20 minutes earlier. She has a quiet routine where she stretches, hydrates, and plans her top 3 priorities. She arrives at work feeling calm, centered, and ready. She tackles her most important task first, communicates clearly with her team, and leaves work feeling accomplished and energized. Who is more likely to get a promotion? Who is happier in their job? Of course, it is Jessica. And her success story began with the small, consistent choices she made in the morning. You do not need to have a flawless morning every single day to experience these benefits. You just need to be consistent in your effort. You just need to do a few good things for yourself. Things that leave you feeling clear, healthy, and prepared. When you do that consistently, your mood will lift, your energy will soar, your focus will sharpen, and your self-confidence will grow. And slowly but surely, your days get better, your weeks get better, and yes, your entire life gets better. So please remember, every truly great day begins with a great morning, and every great morning begins with a few simple, intentional choices. Start small, be kind and patient with yourself, and begin to enjoy the incredible rewards that come when you decide every day to win your morning. Now, to help you put all of this wonderful theory into real-world practice, I want to offer you something fun, something powerful, and something you can start tomorrow. I want to invite you to join me on a daily morning challenge. This is a simple 7-day challenge, just 1 week. But in this 1 week, I promise you, you can feel a significant, positive shift in your life. This challenge is designed for everyone, no matter how busy you are or what your life looks like. It is for the student, the parent, the professional, the artist, for anyone who wants to create better mornings and, at the same time, boost their English skills. The goal of this challenge is simple: to win your morning, one small step at a time, for 7 consecutive days. It is not about achieving perfection. It is about practicing consistency and showing up for yourself. These small changes will make your days feel better. You will feel happier, more in control, and more confident. And the most exciting part for us is that we will weave English practice directly into every single morning. This is your opportunity to grow in your life and in your language simultaneously. So, here is your 7-day morning challenge. For the next 7 days, I invite you to try the following simple routine. The first part of the challenge is to wake up just 20 to 30 minutes earlier than you normally do. If your usual wake-up time is 7 a.m., try setting your alarm for 6:30. This extra time is not for rushing. It is your sacred time, a gift you give to yourself. Use this time to move slowly and intentionally. This quiet period at the start of the day, when the world is still calm, is perfect for clear thinking and peaceful action. The second part of the challenge, as soon as you wake up, is to drink a full glass of water. Remember, your body is dehydrated after sleep. This simple act of drinking water will re-energize you, wake up your brain, and make you feel instantly more fresh and alert, ready to begin your day on a positive note. The third part of the challenge is to move your body for just 5 minutes. You do not need any special equipment for this. You can simply stretch your arms, your legs, your back, and your neck. You can do a few simple yoga poses or just march in place. The goal is to get your blood flowing and to gently wake up your muscles and your mind. As you move, let's add our English practice. Speak 3 sentences out loud. Yes, I want you to use your voice. You can say something powerful like, "Today is a new day full of opportunities. I am strong, I am focused, and I am ready." Or, "I will do my best today." These are simple phrases, but saying them out loud is a powerful way to train your brain for positivity and to practice your English pronunciation and confidence from the very first moments of your day. The fourth part of the challenge is to write down 3 things you plan to accomplish today. This simple act brings incredible focus and clarity to your day. It moves you from being passive to being proactive. You can write your list on a piece of paper or in a small notebook, and I want you to try writing it in English. For example, 1. I will listen to 1 English podcast. 2. I will call my friend today. 3. I will read 10 pages of my book. This not only organizes your day, but also gives you practical writing practice. The fifth and final part of this daily challenge is to avoid using your phone for the first 30 minutes after waking. This might be the hardest part for some of us, but it is also one of the most rewarding. Do not open social media. Do not check your messages or emails. Give your mind that protected space to focus on you, on your routine, and on your own thoughts. If you start your day by consuming content from your phone, your mind becomes cluttered and reactive. Try to wait just a little while before you plug into the digital world. So, to summarize your 7-day challenge, every morning, for 1 week, try to wake up a bit earlier, drink a glass of water, move your body for 5 minutes while speaking English affirmations, write down your top 3 goals in English, and stay off your phone for the first 30 minutes. That's it. It's a simple, but incredibly powerful routine. Please, do not aim for perfection. If you miss a step one day, that is completely okay. Just gently come back to the routine the next day. The goal is the effort, the intention. And here is a special tip to enhance your English practice during this week. Each morning, try to talk to yourself in English for just 1 or 2 minutes. You can describe what you are doing. For example, "Now, I am stretching my arms. This feels good." Or, "I am drinking my water. It is refreshing." You can talk about your plan for the day. First, I will go to class. Then, I will study in the library. This self-talk might feel strange at first, but it is one of the most effective ways to improve your fluency, your thinking in English, and your speaking confidence. You are not just winning your morning. You are actively rewiring your brain for English. At the end of the 7 days, take a moment to reflect. Ask yourself, how do I feel? Do I feel more focused? Do I have more energy? Has my mood improved? Do I feel more confident speaking English? If you enjoy the feeling that this challenge brings, you can continue it beyond the 7 days. You can make it your new, lifelong habit. Winning the morning is not a one-time fix. It is a continuous, beautiful journey of self-improvement. A simple daily routine can truly change your life and your language skills. So, are you ready to accept the challenge? Let's begin tomorrow morning. Wake up a little earlier, drink your water, move your body, speak your English, and start your day with a clear plan. I believe in you. You can do this. You are strong. You are capable. And you are absolutely ready to win your morning and your day. As we come to the close of our time together today, let's just take a moment. Take a nice, slow, deep breath and reflect on the journey we have just taken. This episode has been a deep dive into the powerful philosophy of winning the morning, of how creating a better, more intentional start to your day can ripple outwards, creating profound and positive changes in every aspect of your life. We explored a simple yet transformative morning routine, waking up a little earlier to gift yourself time, hydrating your body with water, moving your body to awaken your energy, practicing gratitude to lift your spirit, and creating a simple plan to focus your mind. We also talked about the importance of what not to do, like hitting the snooze button, checking your phone immediately, or skipping breakfast. These are small choices, but they make all the difference. We discuss the common mistakes that can easily trip us up, the subtle habits that can rob us of our morning peace without us even noticing. But we learn that with awareness, we can gently steer ourselves away from these traps and onto a more empowering path. You do not need to be perfect. You simply need to be present and willing to make one small, better choice at a time. We uncovered the incredible benefits that blossom from this consistent practice. When you take control of your morning, you begin to experience a better mood, more sustained energy, sharper focus, increased productivity, and most importantly, a deep and unshakable sense of self-confidence. You start to feel proud of yourself, capable, and in control of your own life. And all of this can begin in the quiet, peaceful moments just after you open your eyes. I gave you a simple 7-day morning challenge, a practical invitation to put these ideas into action, to wake up just a bit earlier, to stretch, to hydrate, and to set your intentions for the day. This is not just a challenge, it is an experiment in self-care and personal growth. When you commit to this for just 1 week, you are building more than a new habit. You are building a new relationship with yourself, one based on discipline, respect, and confidence. And by weaving simple English phrases and thoughts into your routine, you are not only building good life habits, you are actively accelerating your journey to English fluency. That is an incredibly powerful combination. Now, as we wrap up, I want to leave you with one final, crucial thought. Small, incremental changes are the secret to lasting transformation. You do not need to make huge, dramatic shifts in your life to see incredible results. You do not need to be perfect every single day. But if you can commit to taking one small, positive action every morning, even if it's just for 5 or 10 minutes, you will be amazed at the difference it makes over time. Progress requires patience. Growth requires kindness to yourself. And learning a new language like English also requires time and consistency. But you are already doing the most important thing. You are showing up for yourself. You are here. You are listening. You are learning. You are growing. And that is something to be genuinely proud of. Please, I ask you, do not compare your journey to anyone else's. Your path is yours alone. You are not behind schedule. You are not too late to start. You are exactly where you need to be. And you are moving forward. One step, one word, one morning at a time. And that is what truly matters. So tomorrow morning, when your eyes open to a new day, I want you to remember this conversation. I want you to smile and to say to yourself, "This time is mine. I will win this morning. I will take one small step for myself today." That one small step will carry you closer to the life you dream of living, and to the confident, fluent English you are working so hard to achieve. Thank you so very much for joining me, Alex, on this episode of English in Fluency. I am truly grateful that you chose to spend your valuable time learning and growing with me today. Please remember, every single minute you invest in practicing your English and improving your life is a step in the right direction. You are doing something wonderful for your future, and that is always worth celebrating. I would be thrilled to hear from you. After you try the morning routine, or if you decide to take on the 7-day challenge, please share your experience. You can leave a comment or send a message telling me how it went. Did you feel more energized? More focused? What part was easy for you? And what part was challenging? Your story is important, and it can inspire and help other members of our community, because we are all in this journey of learning together. If you found value in this episode, please consider sharing it with your friends, your family, or anyone you know who might benefit from improving their English and starting their days in a more positive way. Sharing is a simple act of kindness that helps our community grow and allows me to continue creating helpful content for you. Remember that you can always listen to this episode again. Repetition is a key to learning. The more you listen, the more the vocabulary and sentence structures will become a natural part of your own English. And please, do not forget to practice speaking out loud. Use your voice every single day, even if it's just for a few minutes. Your English will become stronger, more natural, and more confident with each word you speak. Thank you once again for being here. I hope you have a wonderful, productive day, and an even better morning tomorrow. Take great care of yourself. Keep learning. And always remember, you have the power to win your morning and to win your day. Goodbye for now. And I look forward to our next journey together on English in Fluency.